As the new school year begins, the summer vacation from the books ends for thousands of Valley students. But just as important, the vacation from school zones ends for Valley drivers. Recently, Metro Traffic teamed up with the Clark County School District to remind drivers it's time to pay close attention for our children's safety.
And what I would ask drivers in the community is be aware of the distractions that might happen to you and be aware of where you're driving through and where you're driving to. School zones are everywhere. We have schools all over the place. Look for kids in the intersection, look for the crossing guards, look for the yellow flashing lights, and just try to avoid those distractions.
We want our community drivers just to be aware that our kids are going to be out and about on the streets coming to school and be mindful of the speed limits and the rules of the road.
Metro's Community Services section is responsible for providing crossing guards for 152 elementary schools across the valley.
We don't have enough crossing guards, and this is one media that we use to make people aware that we are hiring crossing guards. The problem areas that we have right now is 89109 and 89119. We are looking for anybody that has 1 hour a day free to cross these children. It would be half an hour in the morning and half an hour in the afternoon. So we are looking for anybody over 18, usually grandparents, aunts, uncles that are at home are the candidate that we usually see.
I think it's good just for the children's stuff. Enjoy the children and you interact with the children and make them safe. I wish more would come out.
If you're interested in becoming a crossing guard, contact Metro's Community Services section at 828-3762 or 828-3446. Or you can go on the web at LVMPD.com and scroll to the Calling All Crossing Guards link. Here are some driving rules to remember during the school year.
As you're coming upon a crosswalk for a school and there's a crossing guard in the intersection, whether they're 1 foot off or in the middle, the law says they have to stop. Doesn't matter which way they're driving from or to. They have to stop until that intersection is clear, meaning the crossing guard is out of the intersection and back onto the sidewalk. Only then can the drivers proceed through the intersection.
School buses, when to stop, when not to stop.
As everybody knows who drives in Las Vegas, that a school bus, when they get ready to stop, they put on their yellow flashers. Now this is an indication that they are going to stop, and most of the bus drivers will give a fairly decent leeway for those cars that are close to get past them before they actually initiate the red flashing lights and the stop sign which comes out on the side of the bus. State law requires that any vehicle coming to it or from behind it must stop to allow the children to get off that bus safely in case they're going to cross the street. The only time that it's not in effect is if you're on a divided highway. In Las Vegas we have a lot of concrete medians between the lanes because we have 4, 6, and 8 lane roadways. And when the median's there, the traffic coming from the opposite direction does not have to stop. Sometimes there's a left turn lane in the center of the street. This does not qualify as a median. They're still required by law to stop coming from the opposite direction.
Regardless of a median or barrier, always use caution when passing a school bus that is loading or unloading. And what exactly does "when children are present" mean?
The school signs, they take effect between the signs in a school zone, and they have the specific either 25 or 15 mile an hour speed limits, and they are to be adhered to when children are between those signs. They're either in the roadway or on the sidewalk. Okay? They do not apply when children are in a playground adjacent to a roadway. These laws are in effect from a half hour before school starts and also a half hour after school ends. You know, kids are walking to and from school before and after. Okay, these signs, they're not in effect on Saturdays, Sundays, or holidays. And the only time that you should not paying attention to them is if there's some type of a police or fire emergency and there's an official police officer directing you around those particular signs.
And for drivers who might forget, a program was designed for you.
We're very excited to announce to the public that we're doing a billboard campaign. It's environmentally friendly digital billboard campaign through Clear Outdoor Channel, and it is going to be running an entire month So starting August 24th through September 24th, it's going to be reminding drivers to slow down and be aware that school's back in session.
So one last reminder, if you're a student, remember,
make sure to always look before you're crossing the street.
and if you're a driver,
Just try to avoid those distractions. Cell phones, cup of coffee, texting. Stay away from that and just pay attention to where you're driving to.
so please pay attention, drive safe, because no one wants to be sent to the principal's office.